y'all, welcome back to my channel. Look at here. Okay, so summer hasn't even started yet, and we already got the shenanigans in full force. I don't know what's going on, and I don't know how it is in your neck of the woods, but I mean, we've had several individuals in accidents. I mean, it's almost like the sun started shining, and then that was it. Everybody just lost their ever-loving mind. So yeah, we're going to come together for another one of those moments. And I don't know, I'm just so irritated because it's like these are things that we know better, right? I mean, how many times you got to be told not to do certain things because I don't know, they're dangerous, not safe. Uh, what are you ever going to do? I tell you. So I thought I'd bring you a twofer tonight. So yeah, let's go ahead and just sit on in and listen to this shenanigans. Both of these topics are trending for both of these individuals, and interesting enough, they both did their thing, but one after the other. So I thought, why not just put them together? I mean, you know, of course, why couldn't we just do that? So yeah, let's just do that. So go ahead and sit back. We're going to cover these topics here because we're talking Justin Timberlake and Travis Scott. And yes, let's go ahead and set the ambiance because you know I like a little bit of an ambiance. So let's go ahead and do that because I don't want to blast your ears out. So here we go. I'm going to take that. There we go. And yeah, I mean, I was just like, you know, really? And I don't know, what day is it? Thursday? I think Justin's stuff started a couple days ago. So what? I mean, he kicked off the week with a bang. Travis got himself in trouble this morning. So, I mean, it's just nonstop, I tell you. You know, where we're going, where we're headed, nobody knows. So let's go ahead and, yeah, hit that music because we're going to need to chill out on this one for sure. And, you know, since we're going to go ahead and cover both gentlemen, I thought, well, you know, let's both go ahead and this, you know, start off with one. Who should we start with first? I don't know. Maybe we'll start off with Justin since he was the first one that everything popped off on. Now, realizing that there's been some additional information coming out, I think, on Justin's situation, maybe not necessarily totally connected for the incident itself, but some subsequent things that may be connected with Britney Spears. I'm not really sure all things alleged. I don't know. But I'm going to be checking that out. And if I see anything there to talk about, I'll make sure to bring it up and share with you, tell you what's going on. If you haven't already heard. But yeah, this is just asinine to say the least. But, you know, here we go. So we're going to pick Justin first. So let's go ahead and pick Justin first. So let's go ahead and pull up his information because, of course, we got everything sourced. And, of course, we're going to stick with everything, all things alleged, because there is some court dates and stuff like that's going to be taking place. So, you know, we'll keep that in mind as well. So since Justin is first up, let's go ahead and put his mug out there for us to see. And let's just go ahead and get started. By the way, I hope you're having a good evening thus far. Oh, goodness. I can't believe, what is it, Thursday? So, yeah, the weekend is almost here. We'll see how many shenanigans we'll get into then, right? All right. So this article is from vulture.com, and they are sharing that JT gets DWI. Again, we're going to say all things alleged, okay, because that's what we're going to do. So let's go ahead and get started. What's Justin Timberlake bringing back this time? Stars from the aughts with DUIs, or DWIs rather. The category of those other boys who don't know how to act now includes him. Timberlake was arrested in the Hamptons on June 18th for driving while intoxicated. Sag Harbor police confirmed to the New York Times. So let's go ahead and cover the latest updates. Now, initial reports were sharing that on June 18th at 1 p.m., Justin Timberlake was in the Hamptons when the Sag Harbor police force picked him up for drunk driving. TMZ reported that JT had been partying at the American Hotel, got in his car, blew a stop sign, and started swerving around, so the cops stopped him at around 12:30 a.m. Allegedly, some of Timberlake's friends showed up and tried to convince the cops not to book him. That morning, he appeared in court and was ultimately released without bail. Per TMZ, his hearing is currently set for July 26th, per People. Timberlake is on tour and has 2 dates in Chicago this weekend. Luckily, we don't think he planned to drive himself there anyway. I mean, honestly. All right, so sources at the scene share that on June 18th at 5 p.m., according to the criminal report of the incident obtained by the New York Post, while talking to the officers, Timberlake claimed he had only 1 martini. Other reports from the Post have called Timberlake wasted and said that he was stealing other people's drinks. While pulled over, Timberlake refused 3 times to take a breathalyzer test and failed a field sobriety test. His eyes were bloodshot and glassy, and strong odor of alcoholic beverage was emanating from his breath. He was unable to divide attention. He had slurred speech. He was unsteady of foot, and he performed poorly on all standardized field sobriety tests, the report said. Adding insult to more drunken insult was the fact that the arresting cop didn't know who Timberlake was. Apparently, Timberlake muttered under his breath that this is going to ruin the tour, because that's the most important thing. Let me just ad lib off of that, because that's the most important thing that we need to be concerned with. So, to which the officer replied, "What tour?" You gotta love it. This is kind of reminding me of, do you remember when Reese Witherspoon got herself caught up in that whole alcoholic drunk driving situation, altercation, and she sat there for at least a couple of minutes talking about, you know who I am, and then it was on CNN and everywhere. I mean, this is really feeling a lot like that. Not saying that he did that, but that just came to mind. So, continuing on, Timberlake wanted to clarify the world tour. Now, necessarily, that's not something that pop icons wants to have to clarify, because, that cop should have just known that. So here's the legal response. June 19th. Looks like JT does not just want to take the L. I look forward to vigorously defending Mr. Timberlake on these allegations. His lawyer, Edward Burke Jr., said in a statement to Deadline, "I will have a lot to say at the appropriate time, but am currently waiting full discovery from the district attorney's office." So again, all things alleged. I guess we will have to see what comes of this situation. It's kind of cray-cray, but we'll just have to wait and see, I guess. So I'm going to keep myself abreast of this situation, and we'll provide updates as they come. But hey, it's not looking too good from the report, but again, it's all things alleged. So yeah, your thoughts? Go ahead and throw those down in the comment section. Let's have a chat about it. God, I tell you, it's not even summer. Not that any time of the year this is good for, but I mean, really? Why? I don't get it. Is he like a father of two? Like, give me a break. Anyways, let's just move on to the next situation here. Because we can't just have one star in trouble at the same time. We must have another one. So let's go ahead and move on to Travis Scott. Yeah, we'll just say all things alleged here too. All right, so here we go. Now, the abcnews.go.com has actually reported that Travis Scott was arrested in Miami after yelling and becoming erratic. This is stated by the police. And therefore, he was arrested for trespassing and disorderly intoxication. Superstar rapper Travis Scott was arrested early Thursday in Miami on charges of disorderly intoxication and trespassing, according to jail records. Scott, whose real name is Jaquise Berman Webster, hope I said that correct, was booked at 4:35 a.m. local time, according to jail records. Jail records also note that he submitted a bond of $650 and was released. The rapper was yelling obscenities at someone on a yacht at Miami Beach Marina early Thursday morning, and when officers responded, they could sense a strong smell of alcohol in his breath, according to the Miami Beach Police Department. The person on the yacht told the police he did not want to press charges. He just wanted Scott off the vessel, because who wants anyone yelling and screaming and acting a fool at 4:30 a.m.? I digress. Police ordered the rapper to leave the dock or be arrested. As he made his way to the boardwalk, Scott walked backwards, yelling obscenities to the occupants of the vessel, police said, because that's the way to continue to keep going and pushing ourselves through the wall. Scott initially complied with the order to leave the marina, but then 5 minutes later, because, he said, no, I've got some kind of ground to stand here. So he then returns and walks back toward the boat, police said. I mean, what do you think? Do you think he lost his sense of direction or what? Officers then ordered him not to go, and that's when police said Scott began yelling and became erratic. The rapper was taken into custody and at the station house told officers he had been drinking and stated, "It's Miami," according to the police report. I don't know if he said it like that, but that's just kind of how I'm thinking that it was said. In response to the misdemeanor charges against him, a written non-guilty plea was submitted on Scott's behalf. The 33-year-old rapper took to X, the platform formerly known as Twitter, because that's a great place to go ahead and announce everything that's going on, after he was released to write simply LOL. He also shared a meme of his mugshot, making it appear as if he was wearing earbuds to his Instagram story. A source close to Scott told ABC News there was no physical altercation, that it was just a rowdy party and they did not suspect there would be further action, saying it was akin to receiving a ticket. ABC News has reached out to Scott's representatives for comment. So if you didn't already know enough about Travis Scott, because he seems to be on top of news of minds for anything for quite some time, I'm still not over, and I'm sure many others are not either, in regards to what happened with the Astroworld disaster and tragedy. And my heart and thoughts and prayers continue to be with those family members who suffered greatly during that situation. And you would almost think that after something like that, we would want to just kind of lay low, but sometimes things will just work out that way. But again, all things alleged. The Grammy-nominated rapper is best known for Billboard Hot 100 #1 hits like Sicko Mode, Highest in the Room, and Franchise. Scott is father to daughter Stormi, 6, and son heir, to both of whom he shares with ex-Kylie Jenner, the Kardashians fame. Scott is set to kick off his European leg, another one that's on tour, of his Circus Maximus tour next week, starting with 2 performances in the Netherlands. I don't know why they didn't come out right. 2 performances in the Netherlands on June 28th and June 30th. He is then set to tour all across the continent throughout July and the beginning of August before heading to Brazil on September 13th to perform in the Rock in Rio Musical Festival. Scott was also involved in a fight, apparently, at a nightclub where he was performing in New York City on March 1st, 2023, with the NYPD issuing an arrest warrant for the star. He allegedly punched a sound engineer who was working at Club Nebula and damaged $12,000 in sound equipment, according to police. Scott's lawyer, Mitchell Schuster, at the time called it a misunderstanding, being blown out of proportion by clickbait and misinformation. Scott reportedly reached a settlement with the club and was never arrested. So your thoughts, go ahead and leave them down below. I really don't know much more to say about this. It's just crazy. It really is just absolutely crazy. And at the end of the day, I don't know, maybe just me, I'd be laying low while I'm doing the tour thing, maybe focusing on that, maybe trying to give good shows, maybe that being the priority was not such a bad thing. Let's hope that neither one of them continue to have any more situations, if you will, for the rest of the year. We'll see how that goes. We'll be here checking it out, if not. But of course, Justin Timberlake, they said that he's got a court date. It looks like Travis is, I guess, good to go for the most part. We will stay definitely abreast on this situation. I'm sure there's going to be more to come, especially with Justin's situation, because I did see a couple of things. So I'll check those out and, see about bringing them to the channel. But yeah, I don't know what to say, honestly. It's just, I don't know. Will we ever learn? Will we ever learn? Well, I hope you guys are being safe. And, it is summer, so definitely make sure that you do drink responsibly. If you do drink, no drinking and driving. None of this foolishness that we all know. Honestly, do we need it tattooed on our foreheads? This is not new stuff here. So everybody needs to, stay safe and keep each other safe and look out for each other, And here's my question too about Justin's situation, because he had friends with him. I don't know what Travis's situation was, if he was on his own there or what was happening there. But Justin, he had friends, right? So what? Nobody thought it'd be a good idea to say, hey, maybe you shouldn't be carrying the keys. Were they actually in the car with him while he was doing the swerving around and all that foolishness? Or was they outside? I'm not quite sure on that situation. If anyone knows, drop it down in the comment section. I'd be interested in knowing more about the friend dichotomy. And then I'm asking for them to please not, take them in or arrest them or whatever the case may be. It's like, wow. So at the end of the day, any treatment should be different for one person than someone else would be doing the same thing. Doesn't make any sense. Not at all. And it didn't apparently seem to go over well. He'll have to, he'll have his day in court and they'll talk about it. Apparently, the lawyer plans to fight vigorously, and I would expect nothing short of that. And I guess we will just have to see what may. But I think it's going to probably wrap it up for this sharing, and definitely for the night, because I'm going to go and take a rest because I'm tired. I'm just tired. It's been a really long day. How about you? How you been doing? Let me know in the comment section if you'd like to share. You guys have any plans for the summer? Because I really don't have anything planned at the moment. I don't know. There's a couple of concerts. Ironic. We're talking about people on tours and stuff. But yeah, there was a couple of concerts I was looking at going to. And so I'm not really sure if I'm going to do that or not. I guess we'll have to see. The summer is pretty new. So we'll just, I'll play it by ear. But until then, I guess I'll just keep on trucking away and going through all these stories with all the fun information that they're being provided. Because I tell you, everybody is off the chain, and it's not even summer yet. But anyways, I'm rambling and I digress. It's time for me to go. But I do hope that you have a wonderful evening. Be blessed. Stay safe. Please stay safe. Please take care. And of course, if you have not already subscribed, I hope that you will. Go ahead and subscribe. Be part of the family. Be on this journey. I would love that. Let's be in community, right? Because community is me and you. So I'd love to know your thoughts, so let's go ahead and throw those down in the comment section. And again, I will bid you adieu. And until next time, which will probably be tomorrow. Probably tomorrow. I'm doing good. I'm pretty excited. I mean, I know I was gone for a while, but I'm back in full effect. So, we're going to keep this train moving. But so, you take care. And I think that about does it. Bye.